The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Next up, we're going to go to Florida, Titusville. Nick, thanks for hanging on the line. How you doing today?
Hi, yourself, sir?
I'm doing well.
Ken, I want to say I'm 84 years old, and the way you explain things makes it very easy to follow.
That's very nice of you to say, Nick. I appreciate that very much.
Have a good day, sir.
All right, you too.
Live at TFNN. Breakout Investing with your host, Ken Shreve.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another edition of Breakout Investing on TNN, coming to you from beautiful Southern California. Another day of sunshine out here. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. 877-927-6648. That's the number to use if you want to call me, talk about this market. You can catch my show every day on TFNN from 3 to 4 Eastern. If you can't listen live, no problem. Head over to iTunes, pick the show up as a podcast over there. And don't forget, you can listen to all TFNN programming when you're out and about. Just type in, open your smartphone browser, type in tfnn.mobi, and you can click listen live and get the stream that way as well. If you want to look at charts live right along with me, you can use Tiger TV to do so. It is also viewable on your handheld device. If you're listening at your PC, just go to tfnn.com. Tiger TV is carried, the show is carried live on Channel 1, and it is archived on Channel 13. All right, checking in on the markets here. I got to say, pretty impressive performance for the NASDAQ Composite today, considering the sell-off in Apple. Today, the tech index, let's do a quick update. Last, it was down about 14 points. Now it is down about 10.5 points, only about 0.4% decline, trading up near its session high after hitting an intraday low of 29.58. Still, the NASDAQ is working on 4 straight declines here, but a pretty impressive performance considering that Apple is really being taken to the woodshed today. Apple trading near its session lows, still down 26 points, 4.5% decline for Apple to 549.57. If you've been listening to my show for any amount of time, you know I haven't been completely keen on this stock. I had a nice profitable trade with Apple for the Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. I haven't owned the stock. I mean, I was long back in early August and sold it probably in mid-September for a nice gain, and never revisited the stock even when it started to rally a few weeks ago. I think there's just a lot of overhead supply for this stock to still work through. I think it's damaged goods, and I've just been talking about the fact that there's just been a lot of institutional selling in Apple that makes me not want to own the stock. And there's just a lot of uncertainty around Apple. What's the next new product that's going to drive growth for the company? I think it was IDC, International Data Corporation, came out today with a market share report saying that Apple's tablet share is starting to drop off a little bit. So competition is out there. You know, what else besides the iPad, the iPad, the iPhone, the MacBooks? You know, what is going to be that next product that drives growth going forward for Apple? And don't tell me it's going to be Tiger TV, because even if they do come out with that, I'm going to tell you right now that's not going to be the growth driver that the iPhone was. So this is a stock that's got a lot of challenges ahead. Yeah, it's got a low multiple, but the bottom line is that institutions are once again selling the stock in spades today. And you know, I was just curious to see what Apple's earnings report. They come out with earnings like around January 20th, January 22nd, thereabouts. But, believe it or not, earnings are expected to fall 4% to $13.31 a share when they report in January. The earnings are still a ways off, but they are expected to produce declining earnings growth. Sales up 18% to $54.6 billion. So, a lot of people, they love to try to pick this thing up on sale, and there's going to come a point, I suspect, where buying low and selling high is not going to work very well for this stock. So I'd be careful with this one, especially after a bearish day like today. I've seen there's still some scuttlebutt out there. Why doesn't Apple pay a special dividend between now and the end of the year? That's maybe part of the reason investors realize that that's probably not going to happen. And there's also talk, why doesn't Apple buy Twitter? And there's been talk that if they do, it's a surefire way to get this share price going again. But again, that's just a rumor. A lot of people think it would be a good strategic fit for Apple. So. We'll see how it happens. Anyway, so the NASDAQ composite actually holding up pretty well. A lot of people say as Apple goes, so goes tech stocks, and that was the case earlier in the session, but pretty impressive performance. NASDAQ right now down only 7 points to 29.89, trading up near its session high. Volume on the NASDAQ tracking about 5% higher than what we saw on Tuesday. 1.76 billion shares, pretty much average, maybe just a little bit above average yesterday on the NASDAQ, so we're tracking about 5% higher than that today. S&P 500, let's see what that one's doing. Also up near its session high after early weakness. Nice little rally here, up 8 points, 0.6% gain for the S&P 500, trading at 1415. And there's a good bit of volume on the New York Stock Exchange today, tracking about 25% higher than what we saw Tuesday, which was 668 million shares. If we finish 20 to 25% higher today, we're looking at an 800 plus million share day on the S&P 500. Now, the index that is outperforming today is the Dow. It is up 133 points, 1% to 13,084, trading up near its session high as well. You can see the 50-day moving average on Tiger TV for the Dow Jones Industrials at 13,163. So the Dow right now trading at 13,084. It's got a little more to get to that 50-day moving average, but impressive performance so far today for the Dow. The Dow helped by financials. Let's take a look at Bank of America, Dow component. Up big today. Big bullish move for Bank of America, up 62 cents. That's a 6.3% gain to $10.52. JP Morgan also in the Dow, not up by that big amount, but still trading near its session high, up 2.2% today to 41.46, trying to reclaim its 50-day moving average. So far, so good as it is trading back above the line. Had news from Citigroup today, another big mover in the financial sector. Citigroup up near its session high, up almost 8% gain for Citigroup. News here, unfortunately, is that they're cutting 11,000 jobs. That's going to result in $900 million in savings for 2013. More than half the job cuts will be in global consumer banking. So that's the deal there. 877-927-6648. Let's. I think this is Worcester, Massachusetts. Marty, how you doing today?
Hello.
Hey, Marty, are you there?
Yes, yeah, there was some static on the line.
Well, you're nice and clear now. Are you in Worcester, Massachusetts?
Yes, sir, I am.
Gotcha. Well, good to hear from you. What's going on?
Well, there's a lot going on today in Freeport-McMoRan, and there isn't time for me to try in my plodding way to try and analyze the thing because it's happening so fast, but I'm thinking it might be a screaming buy right here, and I wanted to hear what you had to say about it, sir.
Well, so the news around Freeport-McMoRan today, they announced two pretty big acquisitions. I'm sure you know that, Marty. The stock is taking a hit, down 15.8% to 32.22. Strategically, this is an acquisition that probably makes sense for the company. They're buying Plains Exploration and Production, ticker PXP, and also McMoran Exploration, which is another exploration and production firm, paying a total of $9 billion for both companies. They're taking on a huge amount of debt here. That's probably part of the reason. Part of the reason the stock is down so much. And I'm sure, Marty, you're going to hear a lot of people saying that the selling is overdone today. Rather than get in today, I would just kind of wait for a few days and see how it how the trading shakes out. You want to see if the selling really is overdone. You'd expect the stock to bounce back some sort of degree tomorrow, maybe 2, 3, 4%, even more. But I would avoid it today and just kind of watch how trading plays out over the next probably 3 to 5 days. I would wait.
Okay, well, that certainly sounds prudent.
Yeah. But they're taking on about $20 billion with a B in debt as a result of these two acquisitions. So there's some concern about that, but. So we'll see. It's a pretty big percentage decline, though. No question about it. It may be a screaming buy. I would just kind of let things shake out, let the market kind of digest the news, and see what. I'm sure you're going to get some analyst input over the next few days, and we'll see.
So evidently, then, from a fundamental standpoint, if they're taking out that much debt, and if we're going into a slump worldwide, and copper and gold brings less money, they might not have the cash flow to cover the new expense and interest.
I think that's a very logical take, and I think that's a big reason why you're seeing the percentage decline that you are seeing in Freeport today.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, Marty, appreciate the call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, there's. When a company acquires another company, of course, the company that's being acquired, you see, move up in price because it's normally getting a premium, and the acquirer is paying a premium to buy the company. But the companies that the acquirees typically go down. There's concerns about earnings dilution. But the thing with Freeport-McMoran is that they're shelling out $9 billion for two companies. There's probably just a lot of uncertainty about how the integration is going to go. Just too many things to talk about, really. But as Marty just said, there's probably some concerns if this economy doesn't improve as quickly as some are expecting, maybe in the second half of 2013. This could be an acquisition that's going to take some time to come to fruition. So wouldn't try to catch a falling knife here. Like I told Marty, just kind of wait and see how things play out for the next few days. If it firms up in this 32, 33 area, and then you get a good volume spike, good day of accumulation, maybe that's a low-risk entry point, but I would avoid it for now. All right, so we're talking about the outperformance of the Dow today. Financials doing well in the market. Bank of America up big, JP Morgan doing well. Hewlett-Packard, as we head into the first break, another good outperformer in the Dow. Amazing that Hewlett-Packard is up in 8 out of the past 10 trading sessions, up another 3% today to $13.93. Still not a stock I would touch with a 10-foot pole, but has come back to life certainly in recent days. We'll be right back, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments. And whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at directionshares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. Happy holidays from TFNN. Our most rewarding Tiger Dollar sale is back this December at TFNN. Normally, we offer only a 10 to 20% bonus on Tiger Dollar purchases, but through December 19th only, when you purchase Tiger Dollars to spend on any of our products, you get a 25% bonus on your purchase, and up to 10% of whatever you spend will be donated to the Salvation Army in your name. You'll receive a personalized thank you letter directly from our local Clearwater Salvation Army administrator in appreciation of your donation. Tiger Dollars can be used on any of our newsletters or subscriptions, never expire, and are fully transferable. Take advantage of our most rewarding Tiger Dollar sale of the year right now. Visit TFNN.com for all the details and to make your purchase today. Happy holidays from TFNN. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Ken Shreve with you, 877-927-6648. Next stop is going to be Stockton, California, north of where I am. We're going to talk to Sam. How you doing today, Sam?
I'm pretty good. Yourself, Ken?
Hanging in there, my friend, hanging in there.
Hey, I'm very, very much interested about the stock you have been mentioning for a while. It's a Qiuhu. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. It's a Qiuh or Qiuo. Pardon me.
Yeah. In fact, I had been pronouncing it the wrong way myself until someone corrected me. The correct pronunciation is Qiuhu, like Chihu. Qiuhu 360-degree technology.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how you pronounce it. And so you own the stock, or what are you doing with it?
Well, basically, IBD says that the buying point is 25.84. It's touched below just now, and I'm trying to find out whether this is a real breakout or it was a fake out kind of thing.
Well, I like the company a lot. It is a current holding in my Ultimate Growth Stocks model portfolio. Its price action over the past two sessions has been disappointing. I mean, it had a very, very strong breakout earlier this week on Monday, big percentage gain. Volume was just over 11 million shares. This is a stock that normally trades about 2 million shares a day. So you had a decline yesterday on volume just over 6 million, and it's down again today. But volume right around 3.5 million right now. The buy point I would put here at right around 25 bucks a share. You had a little handle area, the high point. If you look at the intraday high on November 20th, 2478. So you could call it in the 2475, 25 area. Bottom line, Sam, is that this is a stock that has not, even though I'd stop short of calling it a failed breakout because it's still holding above a bunch of key moving averages. For example, still holding above its 10-day moving average, still holding above its 20-day moving average, and still holding above its 50-day moving average, which is down around 23 or so. So I would really consider this a broken stock. If it takes out the 23 level with conviction, it still has a ways to go to get down there. And I'm still a believer in the company. I still own the stock, and I'll keep an eye on it. But I'm still a big believer in its growth prospects. I think the company's the real deal.
Great, thank you.
Okay, Sam, thanks for the call. Yeah, Chihu, ticker QIHU. QIHU. I actually added a little more today. I started with a very small position, realizing that the breakout Monday might not work, so I nibbled at just a very small position, and I told subscribers that if it does pull back a little bit, we can add a little more, lower the cost basis, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet. I mean, if it becomes a broken stock, I continue to see waves of institutional selling, and the market is telling me that it is not working, then we may have to cut ties with it. But I would rather see it break down completely. It has not done that yet. So that's Chihu 360 Technology. Good solid breakout in heavy volume on Monday. Has run into a little bit of trouble over the past two trading sessions, so we'll see how things play out over the next couple of days. All right, another big performer in the Dow today. Let's take a look at Travelers, TRV. Nice heavy volume gain for this stock today. It's been consolidating gains since mid-October or so, up 5% today to 74.04, getting close to the top of a short base that started back in mid-October. The news here is that the company said its net loss related to Sandy will be about $650 million. Now, when you compare that to what Allstate's net loss was of $1.8 billion, not nearly as bad. So investors taking that as good news, and they also announced a share buyback as well. Yield on the 10-year note today down a little bit to 1.59%. 30-year bond also down to 2.78%. U.S. dollar index talked about the fact that it recently broke below support at 80. It is at 79.78 right now, up 13 ticks on the day. February gold lost $2, 0.1% decline, settled at $1,693.80 an ounce. Interesting call by Goldman today on gold. They lowered their 2013 end-of-year price forecast to $1,800 an ounce, and also lowered their 2014 forecast to $1,750 an ounce. Finally, January crude oil today down 62 cents. 0.7%, settles at 87.88 a barrel. Earlier today, crude stocks fell 2.36 million barrels, much more than the estimate of a 500,000 drop. And there you have it. Ken Shreve with you. Breakout Investing. We'll be right back, folks.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
This segment is brought to you by Direction Shares. To learn more about tactical tools for the sophisticated active investor, hit the Direction Shares banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN. Ken Shreve with you. Thanks very much for tuning in. 877-927-6648. Had a little bit of economic data today. We had, let's see, the ADP Private Sector Employment Report. ADP reported that employers added 118,000 new private sector jobs in November. That compares to 157,000 jobs added in October. The data were disappointing. Economists were expecting a gain of 125,000. Of course, that data comes ahead of Challenger job cuts data tomorrow. And on Friday, the non-farm payroll report that's expected to show non-farm payrolls up 90,000. And unemployment rate, I think, is expected to tick higher to 8%. Tomorrow, we also have weekly jobless claims. They're expected to fall 11,000 to 382,000. All right, taking a look at the home builders. I know we've been checking in on the home builders. I'm not real keen on this industry group. We've had earnings from Toll Brothers yesterday. Pretty good numbers from the luxury home builder, but the stock is not acting very well. First, let's take a look at the ITB, the iShares Dow Jones U.S. Home Construction Index Fund, underperforming today by quite a large margin, down 2.6% to 1996 at its session, near its session low, back underneath its 50-day moving average. Earnings from Toll yesterday didn't help the stock at all. It reversed in spectacular fashion, down another 3.5% today to $30.73. Taking a look elsewhere in the group, shares of Lennar not looking that hot, back below its 50-day moving average, down 3.4% to 36.50, and Ryland Group as well, looking kind of worse for the wear here. Shares of Ryland Group down 3.2% to 32.83. So not real keen on the home builders here, although you're seeing a steady stream of talking heads coming on TV saying it's not too late with the home builders. Expect more outperformance in 2013. That may be the case, but they are not ready here. They look like they're ready to base and consolidate gains for a while longer. Let's check in on shares of Boeing. Mostly unfazed today. Last check, it's up 9 cents to 74.14. It's 787 new Dreamliner jets. Today the FAA, Federal Aviation, ordered fuel line inspections of its 787 Dreamliner jets. The FAA made the move after it received reports of 2 in-service fuel leaks. So market not paying too much attention to that news. Shares of Boeing up 9 cents to 74.14. And if you've been wondering why Facebook has been in rally mode for several days, I guess this was kind of expected, but they are joining the NASDAQ 100 next week, replacing Infosys, INFY, which is going to trade on the New York Stock Exchange. Shares of Facebook today up 1.5% to 27.86. That's the news on Facebook. And then Starbucks looking very vulnerable here. This is technically fundamentals okay here. Technicals not very good at all. I don't like the look of its chart here, telling me that lower prices could lie ahead for Starbucks. Down 22 cents, 0.4% to 50.90. Kind of a wild day of trading. Hit a high of 52.14 and a low of 49.56. The company today unveiled an accelerated global growth plan that aims to double the coffee retailer's international presence by 2015. In Asia, Starbucks said it will have almost 4,000 stores by the end of 2013, including 1,000 in mainland China. By 2015, it aims to have 1,500 stores in mainland China. So Starbucks not reacting all that great to the news. And then shares of Lululemon, L-U-L-U, under a lot of pressure ahead of earnings tomorrow before the open. The stock is down $2.03, almost 3% decline for Lululemon to 68.61, trading right at its 200-day moving average here. Profit at Lululemon is expected to be 37 cents a share, up 37% from a year ago. Sales up 33% to $305 million. Lululemon, you have to remember, stock is up more than 1,500% since March 2009. It's going to have to be a super strong quarter for to bring buyers back into Lulu. Technically, it looks very, very weak here, so I'd be careful. Be careful with this one. Let's check in on shares of Ashland, ASH. Having a good day here. Breakout for Ashland today over 74.05. Here's the swing point if you're watching in Tiger TV, set back in late October, early November. Ashland is a specialty chemicals firm. Had an investor day yesterday where the stock outperformed nicely. It is extending gains today, up 2.9% to 75. Still within range here. Again, the buying area was 74.05, so it doesn't look like it's too late with this name. And another stock showing relative price strength here, a name I used to follow quite a bit, Trimble Navigation. They make global laser optical positioning and navigation systems. Trimble continuing to show relative price strength, up 1.5% today to 55.72. Take a look at a weekly chart for Trimble, and we will see a stock that is could be in the early stages of breaking out of a base that started all the way back in the springtime here. So pretty good weekly chart, working as you can see on 7 straight weekly price gains. So buyers definitely coming in to Trimble. Let's take a look at some earnings reports today. Pandora Media comes out with earnings after the close last night. Earnings up 150% from a year ago to 5 cents a share. The estimate was for 1 cent, so a nice bottom line beat for Pandora. Sales up 60% to $120 million. That was about $3 million above the consensus estimate, but look at the stock getting hammered, down 18.3%. to $7.72. Pandora's guidance for the current quarter, disappointing to say the least. They forecast revenue in a range of $120 million to $123 million. The consensus estimate was right around $130 million, so that was below estimates. They also forecast a loss of 6 to 9 cents. Analysts were expecting a 1 cent loss. So disappointing guidance hurting shares of Pandora Media today. Speaking of disappointing outlooks, Tibco Software. Tibco Software came out with preliminary earnings today. This is a data management and analytics firm. They came out with preliminary fourth quarter earnings, basically cited execution issues, cuts in government spending, and the impact of Sandy, of course. A lot of companies going to be blaming Sandy. Tibco forecast profit of 37 to 38 cents a share, well below the consensus estimate of 47 cents, and sales of 292 to 295 million. Analysts were looking for 327 million. So preliminary fourth quarter results not so hot at Tibco. Bank of America Merrill Lynch downgraded the stock to neutral from buy. The news dragged down some other stocks in the group. Commvault Systems, CVLT, after early weakness. This one is hanging in there pretty well, only down 77 cents to 66.76. It did hit an intraday low of 64.01. So impressive performance for Commvault after early weakness. Similar business to Tibco, but I suspect this Tibco outlook is probably company specific. Commvault Systems has a pretty good track record of execution, and judging by the way the stock is trading today, Wall Street seems to think it'll be okay. Let's take a look at Oxford Industries, OXM, earnings report here as well. Stock taking a big hit today, down 9% to 48.05. It hit an intraday low of 44.23, so it's up close to 4 points from its low. This is a clothing company. Earnings were up 19% to 19 cents a share. That was 2 cents below the consensus estimate. Sales up 7% to 181 million. That was also a little bit below the consensus estimate. The company lowered its full-year earnings guidance for the current quarter as well. It sees earnings of 64 to 74 cents a share. Estimate was for 93 cents. Revenues 225 to 235 million. Analysts are right at 235 million. So not a great outlook from Oxford Industries. And also Toro, TTC. This is a lawnmower company, snowblower, turf maintenance equipment. Toro has a market cap of $2.5 billion, showing excellent relative price strength headed into earnings, but today, boy, down 6.1% to $42.32. Earnings were down 88% from a year ago to a penny a share, but that was 1 cent better than the consensus estimate because analysts were looking for a break-even quarter from Toro. Sales were down 8% to $339.3 million. That was also below estimates. CEO Michael Hoffman said the results could have been better if not for limited snowfall that reduced snow thrower sales. That's a tough word to say. Snow thrower sales by almost 50%. So shares of Toro taking a hit today. Also G3, ticker symbol GIII. This is men's and women's apparel maker. Earnings were up 13% to $243 a share, a little better than the consensus estimate. Sales below expectations, though, at $543.5 million, up 7%. The stock is down 2.7% today to $35.97. So kind of a busy day of earnings. Not a lot of widely held firms reporting today, but pretty good quarter from Francesca's too. Francesca's Holdings. This is a They operate a chain of retail boutiques. Excellent growth in recent quarters at Fran, and the company delivered another strong quarter. Company got a nice upgrade yesterday from Jefferies to buy from hold with a price target of 38. Francesca's right now trading at 26.94, up 0.5% on the day. But look at this. Look at this wild day of trading. It actually hit an intraday high of 29.70. So it's trading near its session low after early strength. Small company here, 1.2 billion market capitalization. Earnings were up 71% to 24 cents a share, 2 cents above the consensus estimate. Sales up 44% to 72 million. That was about $1 million better than expected. Same-store sales up 16.7%. So, yeah, this is just a small speculative stock. The fundamentals, it's hard to find anything wrong with this company. Impressive same-store sales growth, impressive bottom line, top line growth. Again, they operate a chain of retail boutiques offering apparel, jewelry, accessories. They cater to the 18 to 35 female demographic. And but a lot of sellers have been in this stock since September. Tried to bounce back today on the strong quarter, but sellers still in the stock because it is trading near its session low after early weakness. Folks, don't forget about the Tiger Dollar promotion right on the homepage of TFNN.com. Purchase Tiger Dollars and we'll donate up to 10% of your purchase price to the Salvation Army. You can use Tiger Dollars to save a lot of money buying educational material, newsletters that are available at TFNN.com. Sign up by December 19th and you get a 25% bonus match on any amount over $500. And if you want to check out 30 days free of my Ultimate Growth Stocks newsletter, I currently have 7 long positions and 1 short position working in the model portfolio currently. If you want to try 30 days free, you can do that right on the homepage of TFNN.com. Just click on the newsletters tab, then investment newsletters. You can read all about my market approach, see what stocks are on our watch list, and see what stocks are in the model portfolio. I publish every Tuesday, and then in between weekly updates, I send out email buy and sell alerts related to the model portfolio, and I'll also give occasional market updates as well. But my investment methodology, it's a growth stock newsletter. I use a combination of fundamental and technical analysis when evaluating a stock. That goes into my decision to buy. Strong fundamentals have to be in place. Relative price strength has to be there. It has to be a leading price performer in an industry group, not a lagging price performer. When it comes time to sell a stock, either to lock in profits or to protect capital, I use technicals alone to tell me when to sell. And I often refer to myself as a top-down investor. That means I am not aggressively investing the model portfolio when the market is in a downtrend. I'm not trying to buy low and sell high. Instead, I'm getting out of the market's way. I'm raising cash. I will look for occasional short opportunities during market downtrends when they present themselves. But the goal is to be invested during uptrends and lightly invested or not invested at all during market downtrends. So 30 days free right on the homepage of TFNN.com. We're headed into our final break. We'll check in on the markets one last time when we come back. You're listening to Breakout Investing on TFNN. We'll be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Terrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've seen him on Tiger TV, as well as being featured as a regular CNBC guest and contributor, and now you can have access to his expert trading advice each morning through his daily trading newsletter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading stocks, options, and indices every market day. Market Insights comes out each market day before 9:30 a.m. and provides traders with Tom's daily commentary, opinion, and specific trade recommendations on the markets. Using advanced Fibonacci methods, volume indicators, Gartley patterns, candlestick charting, gaps, and market timing, Market Insights will give you specific trade recommendations including entry, stop, and exit prices. The summer is over and traders are back. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil's subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page of TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Catch Tom O'Brien, founder and CEO of TFNN, professional trader and educator. Also a special guest on CNBC, analyzing the commodity markets. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breakout Investing on TFNN as we head into the close here. Let's check in on the major averages, see where we're at. NASDAQ was trying to rally a little bit into the close here, but it is sellers have come in a little bit, trading right in the middle of its range today, down at 19 points now, 0.6% decline for the NASDAQ, 2977. Looks like we could get a distribution day for the NASDAQ at last check. The tech index volume at the tech index was tracking about 5% higher than Tuesday. It could go either way at this point. It is tracking slightly higher, but not by much. So yesterday we had 1.76 billion shares on the NASDAQ. We should come in pretty close to that, maybe just a touch higher. So if volume does come in higher than 1.76 billion today, and we have a percentage decline of 0.6%, that would certainly qualify as distribution or a higher volume decline. That would make, I believe, the second such higher volume decline for the NASDAQ since this rally was confirmed the day after Thanksgiving. So not enough to completely kill the rally, but worth paying attention to. So S&P 500, let's check in on the benchmark index. We'll see that it is up 3 points, trading in the top half of its range easily. 0.2% gain for the S&P 500 at 1410 right now, and the Dow Jones Industrials outperforming nicely today, up 92 points, 0.7% to 13,043. So the Dow being led not only by Hewlett-Packard, but also strength in the financials today. Bank of America, Citigroup, J.P. Morgan, all outperforming nicely today. So that's pretty much what's going on in this market. I think the market uptrend is still intact. We've been talking about the fact that the NASDAQ Composite and the S&P 500 facing some initial resistance at their respective 50-day moving average. This is potentially problematic, but no reason to just kind of sell everything and move to the sidelines and get out of the market's way here. We do want to let this uptrend work. We also want to just pay attention to underlying market health, market internals, and so far things don't look too bad. I would say there are yellow flags out there, but I think it's too early to adopt too bearish a stance here. Checking in on Apple, very bearish day for the tech bellwether today. I mean, amazing decline here. Now down 35 points. It just keeps going lower and lower. Volume is getting heavier and heavier. So massive institutional selling in Apple today, now down $35.35, 6.1% to 540.50. This was clearly a broken stock when it corrected from $700 down to about $520 a share. It rallied from $520 all the way up to, $590 thereabouts, and everybody's saying everything's all better with Apple, but things are not all better with Apple, and the market is basically telling you that by its awful price performance today. After the close, well, let's take a look and see what Ascena Retail Group is up to. This has been a decent performer in the market. Shares of Ascena in a consolidation here. The stock is up 17 cents, 0.9% to 19.78 ahead of the results. Earnings expected to be up 3% from a year ago to 34 cents a share. Sales up 49% to $1.14 billion. So Ascena Retail Group, ASNA, out with earnings after the close, as well as Vera Bradley. VRA is the ticker there. And don't forget, Lululemon reports tomorrow before the open. We're also going to hear from Smith & Wesson tomorrow, too. Coming up next, the Tom O'Brien Show. I'll see you back here tomorrow, folks, 3 o'clock Eastern, for another edition of Breakout Investing. Take care.